Hey guys, what's up? I thought I'd change up the pace a little bit here and do a review of a recent DC animated universe movie, and it is Superman versus the Elite. Uh, just to start off, the original Action Comics number 775, which this is based on, one of my all-time, if not my all-time favorite Superman stories. So when I originally heard it was being turned into one of the DC animated universe movies, I was ecstatic because I think for the majority of the movies they do a really good job. I've enjoyed, I want to say pretty much everyone I've seen. There's been one or two where that I wasn't crazy about, but I still enjoyed it. So the basic story for those who don't know is of course, Superman does what he always does, which is captures the villains, puts them in jail, they normally escape, and that kind of repeats itself. Well, a new team of heroes, the Elite, pop up, and they're much more brutal and think that those ways don't work. And people and nations start to believe them. And the movie, I think, even though it's very different than the comic, it does capture the spirit of the comic really well. The characters feel like those characters. I feel like the voice acting is just really good. There's some really cool fight scenes, and overall, some really great moments in this movie. Especially some great scenes with Manchester Black, who such a fun character. I'm so glad they didn't screw him up. I really enjoyed the voice actor, the look, and everything. I like the look of the movie. I know some people that's kind of a down part too, because the animation style in this is very. I don't even know how to say. It's different than most of what they do. It's almost like Batman the animated series and Superman the animated series meets Darwin Cook. I guess that's probably the best way I could explain it. But if you can get over that, or if you're a fan of that, I think it's the only thing even kind of holding it back. The great thing about this story is it really does bring up some great points about the morality of superheroes, what really makes a hero compared to a vigilante. Also, what's really cool about the Blu-ray, it comes with some really cool special features, including kind of a documentary and uh, I guess a short documentary about the Elite, and goes into detail by the guy who created the Elite about each character, why they are what they are, what they are, and why they're doing what they're doing. Also, it's really cool commentary. And actually, what's really cool, the digital copy of, or not digital copy, a digital comic on here of Action Comics number 775, which is what's so funny about Truth, Justice, and the American Way. So I would highly recommend this. If you're a fan of the DC Animated Universe movies, fan of Superman, if you're a fan of the Elite, you probably already own that. And for those who haven't read Action Comics number 775, and I know you can find it. You can probably buy it digitally. It comes with it on here. It also, it's collected in a few different versions. Highly recommend going to pick that up because if you don't know anything about the League, go and do some research. It was uh, great characters. They're based on the Authority, which at the time was I believe one of the best-selling comics at that point in time, and were fan favorites. So it came about a time where heroes that has been kind of for the past, I would say, around since '89. It's been kind of a fight between heroes and the anti-hero, and that story and these characters came about a time where it was really prevalent to all that. And like I said, this movie I really do feel like it captured it pretty well. There's one or two scenes that I wish they would have pushed a little further, uh, but being the animated movie, even though it is PG-13, you can tell there are times, especially knowing who the characters are, Manchester Black and everybody. There are times where it could have gone a lot further, and I was surprised at parts of how far it did go and what they let characters say. A bonus, you get to hear Superman say "wanker." Who would have ever thought? But for me personally, I'm going to give Superman versus the Elite a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed the special features and everything that goes along with it. I wouldn't say it's one of the it's kind of one of the best DC animated movies. I feel like they've done some really great ones. Like absolutely love and adore Under the Red Hood, and even going back to Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker and Mask of the Phantasm. I wouldn't quite put it up there with those, but I would say it's better. Even though I'm a fan of a lot of what they do, I would say it's closer to the top. Basically, what I'm trying to say. So go out and buy it if you're a fan of Superman Elite or DC movies in general. See you guys in another review.